So we're going to start today in seated. So finding a nice comfortable seat, whatever that might be for you. As always, nice straight spine. Plenty of space for the lungs, lifting through the crown of your head. Shoulder blades down your back. Allow your hands to rest wherever is comfortable. Eyes either closed or taking a relaxed downward gaze. Noticing your breath. So noticing the natural rhythm of your inhale and of your exhale. Noticing the expansion and contraction of your rib cage, expansion and contraction of your lungs as you breathe in. If any of you can hear a strange noise in the background, that's chiefly reminding you to focus on your breath and to pay no heed to anything external. Start to really focus on the expansion and contraction of your lungs and of your rib cage. So really feeling that rib cage, your lungs really filling up, expanding as you inhale. Really feel the contraction, the emptying out of the lungs as you exhale. So placing all of your focus on that expansion and contraction. Notice the physicality of that movement. So notice all of the other parts of your body that move as your rib cage expands, as your lungs expand. And notice all of the other parts of your body that contract as your rib cage contracts. So you might feel movements in your shoulders. You might feel subtle movements in your neck. You'll certainly feel movements in your belly. You might even find that you feel the movement right the way down into your hips. And then pay extra close attention to what you might feel in the back of your body. So when you're breathing, what do you feel in your back? In the top of your back, in your mid back, possibly even into your lower back. Now bringing your attention back to your physical space. Your eyes are closed and starting to flicker them open. Starting to make some gentle movements. And one of the first things you might want to do is bring your legs out in front and give them a bit of a shake. And then take a few rotations with your ankles, no matter which way. And then swap directions. And then flex feet, so really pull toes up towards the sky. And point your toes. And again, flexing feet. Pointing toes. And flex your feet. Point your toes. Okay, lovely. So we're going to come and we're going to do a variation on the kneeling sequence that we did last week. But as always, there's an option not to kneel. So if sitting with legs out in front or sitting cross-legged is more comfortable for you, then do. The other option for kneeling, and this isn't as comfortable as kneeling, is to sit in what we call Gormkasana legs. So what you would do to do that, so you might just want to try and see how it feels to you. This is definitely not for everyone. So actually we're going to start on the left. So we're going to bring the left leg over the right leg. So you're placing the left foot on the floor, right leg is out straight in front, and then you bend the right leg. And then this left foot then comes down beside you. So it's quite intense, this on the hips. So some of you will get partial of the way here and think, oh God, absolutely not, no way, that's horrific. Some of you might think, actually, it's all right sitting like this. Work with your body. There is absolutely no obligation to sit like this at all. If you would rather kneel, then kneel. We're probably going to be here for about 5 to 7 minutes, so make sure you are comfortable if you've chosen this position. Okay, so we're going to start with some head rotation. So bringing chin to chest, and then gently starting to rotate your head around to the side. And then the next time you bring your chin to the center at the bottom, so chin comes to chest, taking your head in the other direction. Nice big circles. Just notice how neck feels today. And then the next time chin comes to chest, bringing your head back up through the midline to the center. Bring your, what they called hands to your shoulders. Oh dear, it's going to be one of those days. And take your elbows around for a nice big circle. Nice and big. So try and bring your elbows as close together as you can as you come up the front. And then take that in the other direction. So this time pushing your elbows together behind you. Obviously they're not going to get anywhere near as close behind you. So it's really pulling those shoulder blades in together as elbows come behind. And allowing that to release. Just give arms a little bit of shake. And bring your arms to cactus arms. And then you're going to exhale, bring your hands down towards the wall behind, the wall behind you. And then inhaling, hands come up to center. So you're trying to keep your forearms level. You're exhaling, hands come down. And inhaling, hands come up. So this can feel really weird because it's not a movement that we're used to making with shoulders. Just a couple more of these. Last one. Hands coming down. And then back up. Lovely. And giving everything a bit of a shake out. Okay, bring your left arm across your body. And then rest that in the crook of your right elbow. Keep your left shoulder blade down your back, and then pulling the arm in towards you. So wherever is comfortable for you, so this should give you a nice stretch through the shoulder. So we'll all feel it slightly differently. Breathing into the stretch. Bringing that back to center, leaving your left arm on top, crossing the arms at the elbows, and then wrapping the arms around each other. So you might be here, you might be able to bring your hand all the way around, you might be able to bring your palms together, we're all different. And then as you inhale, lift your elbows up. So how far you'll be able to lift your elbows will be different as well, depending on your individual body. Then try to breathe into your upper back. Exhale, lower elbows, release. Bring your right hand to take your left elbow. You take your left arm up overhead. Bend your left hand and using your right hand, bring that left arm behind you. So I tend to bring my right forearm behind my head and use my head to push my forearm backwards, which gives me a bit more of a stretch through the top of my arm. Again, your individual shoulder flexibility will dictate where you are here. The shoulders can be really, really tight, so you might not be able to get anywhere near bringing your forearm behind your head. And then exhale, release. Bring your hands behind, clasp your hands, roll your shoulders back, pull your hands down towards the earth, lift them up as well if you want to, and open your chest. And then exhale to release. Release the legs, which you might well be dying to do by now if you've chosen Gonkasta legs, and come to all fours. Placing hands underneath your shoulders, knees underneath your hips. And we're just going to take a few freeform movements around the cat position. So as long as hands and knees stay grounded, moving in any way at all that feels nice. You're working into your body. Working out what feels nice for you today. Bits you might want to stretch into. And then gradually bringing that back to neutral. On an inhale, you're going to lift your left leg up behind. And then exhale, you're going to bring your knee towards your nose. Inhale, you're going to take the leg back up behind again. And then exhale, you're going to bend your knee, bring it to the side and turn to look towards the knee. Inhale, take the leg up behind. Exhale, knee to nose. Inhale, take it up behind. Exhale, bend the knee, turn to look. Inhale, up behind. Exhale, knee to nose. Inhale, up behind. Exhale, bend and turn to look. Inhale, take the leg up behind. And then exhale, drop the knee back down to the earth. Bring the left foot then to the outside of the left hand. So keeping hands on the earth, we're going to take some rotations with the hips. So rotating the hips around in a circle. So these can be as big or as small as feels good to you. And then rotate the other way. So again, you might find the two directions feel really, really different. So just work with where your body is. And then bring that back to neutral. Come up, rest your left forearm on your left thigh, and then take the right hand around in a nice big circle. So you're really opening up through the right hand side of your chest. And then bring both your hands back down to the earth. On an inhale, lift the left hand up, leave the right hand firmly planted to come to a twist. If you want to make this more challenging, then you can tuck the toes of your right leg and lift your right leg up behind you. So you come to a twisted lunge. And then exhale, bring the knee down. If you've got the knee lifted, bring the hand down. We're going to then bring the foot, so the foot is now midway between the hands. We're going to move between our lunge and our hamstring stretch. So this week, two options for this one. I've made it slightly easier for you. So you can either leave the back knee down, and what you'll do is you'll exhale, come back, lift foot, inhale, come forwards. If you want to make it more challenging, then you lift the back foot up, you come up to your lunge, and then you're exhaling down and inhaling back up to the high lunge. So whichever option works for you. So either high lunge, knee down, come to your hamstring stretch, or just leave your hands on the earth and come from lunge to hamstring stretch. So work a few more with your own breath. And then from wherever you are, hands come back down to the earth, either side of your front foot. And we're going to step straight from lunge through all fours to downward dog. When you get to downward dog, walking the dog. So you're pushing your heels away one at a time, stretching out the backs of the legs, warming up the hamstrings, trying to keep your head and neck relaxed as you do so. And then bringing the heels so they're static, pushing both heels down towards the earth. Making sure hands are firmly planted, shoulder blades down your back, nice long there. You're going to inhale, lift your left leg up behind. So some of you might stay here with left leg lifted. Some of you might want to then bend the left knee, dropping the foot over to the right hand side and coming to look under the left arm. Try and keep a nice even breath here. So choose whichever version of this pose allows you to breathe comfortably. And from here, exhale, come back to your downward dog. And then come over from downward dog to plank. If you want to rest your knees down on the earth here, then absolutely do. And then elbows staying close to your body, we're going to lower all the way down to come to the earth. Resting down on the earth, forehead on the floor, back tops of the feet on the floor, toes pointed. And then you're going to pull your fingers down towards your feet, start to lift your hands, and inhale, lift the whole top of your body and your arms up off the earth. Exhale to lower. Twice more, inhale to lift. Exhale to lower. And again, inhaling to lift. Exhaling to lower. This time we're going to lift and hold for a few breaths. So inhale, lift. So you're pulling your fingertips down towards your feet, shoulder blades down your back, lifting the crown of your head up. Try and keep your neck nice and long. So you're not looking up, you're not crushing your neck here. Your gaze is down to the mat still. And then exhale, lower down. So if you want to now, you can make a pillow with your hands to rest your forehead on. If you're comfortable with your forehead on the mat, that's absolutely fine. And then we're going to inhale, lift just the left leg up. Exhale, lower down. And again, inhale, lift the left leg. Exhale, lower. And again, inhale, left leg lifts. Exhale, lower. Last one, inhale, lift the left leg. Exhale, lower. Swapping sides, so inhaling to lift the right leg. Exhale, lower. Inhaling, lift the right leg. Exhale, lower. Inhale, right leg lift. Exhale, lower. Last one, inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. And then this time we're going to lift both legs up off the earth. So inhale to lift both legs. Exhale, lower down. Again, inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. Inhaling to lift. Exhaling to lower. We're going to lift and hold. So inhaling, lift both legs. And hold for a few breaths. So you should feel that this is really working the lower back muscles. If the lower back muscles are unhappy, then bring the legs much closer to the earth. So don't lift into any kind of pain or discomfort. You should also find that your glute muscles are really strong here. Exhale, lower down. So you're going to bring your hands back down by your sides again. Backs of your hands are on the earth, forehead is resting on the mat. We're going to lift upper and lower body together. So we're going to lift and lower for a few breaths, and then we're going to lift and hold. So inhale, lift, legs, arms, upper body. Exhale, lower. Again, inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. And this time we're going to lift and hold. So inhale, lift. So pulling fingers down towards your feet, shoulder blades down your back. Gazing down at the mat. Feet lifting up, glutes nice and strong. Be aware of your lower back. And then exhale, lower back down. Place your hands on the earth beside your chest. And then you're going to push into your hands, come through all fours, and then come right the way back to child's pose. So buttocks back on your heels, arms out in front, forehead down on the mat. So a few nice resting breaths here in child's pose. And then on an inhale, come back up to your kneeling position. Okay, so some of you might stay kneeling. Some of you might want to sit with your legs out in front. Some of you might want to come back to the Gomkasana legs position. So this time, if we're going to Gomkasana legs, you're bringing your left leg, right leg over your left, and then bending. Oh God, I've got all my left and right confused. Bending your left leg up behind, and then you bring the right foot down beside you. So again, this is an acquired taste, and it can be really different on different sides. Like for me, this side is way less comfortable than the previous side was. So make sure you're going to be comfortable for a few minutes here. And then we're going to bring the right arm over the body and cradle the arm in the crux of the left elbow. Keep shoulder blade down the back, and then pulling that arm in towards us. Taking a few breaths. Noticing if this side feels different to the other. And then you're going to allow that to come back to center, crossing the arms over at the elbows, wrapping the arms around to come to your eagle arms. And then as you inhale, you're going to lift your hands up. So this really stretches through the shoulder blades, through the back, through the upper back. Seeing if you can breathe into that space in the upper back. Lower the arms down as you release. Bring your left hand to hold your right elbow, and then bring that right arm up, bending the elbow, dropping the arm down your back. Feeling the stretch probably through the tricep. Again, you might find this side completely different to the other. And then release both arms down. Bring your hands in front, clasp your hands, and then reach your knuckles away. So you'll try and reach towards your screen or whatever it is that's in front of you. You're pulling your shoulder blades apart, so you're creating lots of lovely space in your upper back. Try and keep your spine nice and straight as you do this. Try not to lean forwards, which is the temptation. You're just reaching forwards with your knuckles. And then exhale, lower that down. Okay, so you get to release the legs if you've gone for Gomkasana legs, and come to all fours. So hands are planted beneath your shoulders, knees are beneath your hips, and we're going to take some traditional cat stretches this time. So drop the belly and inhale as you look up, and then arching the back and exhaling as you look down. So inhaling, dropping the belly, head comes up. Exhale, arch the back, zip everything up through the center of your body, nice and strong in the belly. Keep going, a few more, work with your breath. On your next exhale now, coming back to a neutral flat back. And you're going to bring your right foot this time to the outside of your right hand. And then you're going to take some circles with your hips. Big or small, whatever's comfortable for you. Everybody's hips are different. And then change directions, so take that the other way. And then bringing that back to neutral. Bringing your right forearm then to rest on your right thigh. And we're going to take some nice big circles then with the left hand. So really opening up the left hand side of the body. Nice big circles with the left shoulder. Lovely. And then placing both hands back down on the earth. And inhaling to lift the right hand up to come to a twist. And then if you want to increase the difficulty, increase the stretch, you can lift the left leg up. You can also turn and look up along the length of your right arm if you want to. Exhale, bring the knee back to the earth, bring the hand back to the earth, come back to all fours. We're going to inhale, lift the right leg up behind. Exhale, bring the knee towards the nose. Inhale, bring the leg up behind. Exhale, bend the knee, turn to look. Inhale, leg up behind. Exhale, knee to nose. Inhale, up behind. Exhale, bend the knee, turn to look. Inhale, leg up behind. Exhale, knee to nose. Inhale, leg up behind. Exhale, bend the knee, turn to look. Inhale, leg up behind. And exhale, bring the knee back to the earth. And step that right foot forward. So you bring the foot between the hands. So you come to your runner's lunge. So runner's lunge to hamstring stretch. So options, you can either leave your hands planted on the earth, back knee down. You come from your lunge and then you exhale, lift the toes, come to your hamstring stretch. So you're inhaling to come forwards, exhaling to come back. Or if you want to increase the difficulty, you can start off in a high lunge and then exhale, drop the knee, come down, hands come out in front. Inhale, come up to your lunge. So work with your body. Be mindful of where you are. There's no need to push too hard. So wherever you are now, come relax. Come back to all fours. And then tuck your toes underneath. Lift tailbone and come to downward dog. So just walk the dog for a few breaths. So bring the opposite heel down to the earth. And then bring both heels down to the earth so your dog becomes static. Make sure your shoulder blades down your back. You've got a nice long neck. Inhale, lift your right leg up. So for some of you that will be enough and you'll stay there just with the right leg lifted. Some of you might want to bend the knee, dropping the right foot over to the left hand side. And then come to look underneath your right armpit. So you open up the right hand side of your body. Exhale from wherever you are, bring everything back down to the mat. And then come across from your downward dog to plank. So try and stay nice and strong at the centre of your body as you do this. Drop your knees to the earth if you need to. There's no obligation to stay in full plank pose. And then keeping your elbows in close to your body, lower all the way down to the earth so you come to lay on your belly. I'm going to shift around so I'm facing you so you can see what I'm doing a little bit better. So, you're going to bring your elbows, so your elbows come and rest either side of your chest. Forearms are facing forwards. Roughly the middle finger of your hand should be about central. Shoulder blades are down your back, so you've got a nice long neck. So ignore my feet, I haven't got enough room to put my legs out straight. But your legs should be straight, the tops of your feet are pressing into the mat very slightly. Your glutes are very slightly active. Your tailbone is tucked. Your pubic bone is pushing down into the earth. The setup of this is really, really important to make sure that your lower back stays nice and safe and nice and supported. And then you're just going to push gently into your forearms, lift your upper body up to come up to Sphinx pose. So make sure you keep shoulder blades down your back, nice long neck, gaze straight forwards. Make sure tailbone keeps tucking, pubic bone stays connected into the mat. And then from there, exhale. Lower all the way down. This time you're going to bring your hands, so your hands are beside your chest. Exactly the same setup. Tops of your feet pushing into the earth. Glutes very slightly active. Tailbone tucks. Pubic bone pushes down. The lower belly pulls in and up, so it pulls away from the mat. Definitely doesn't push into the mat. Pulls up, away from it. And we're going to lift and lower into unsupported cobra a few times before we go for a full cobra. So allow your hands just to hover off the earth. And then you're going to inhale, lift your upper body up. And exhale. And again, inhale to lift. Exhale, lower. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. Awesome. So now planting your hands down on the earth, really firmly beside your chest. So your fingers should be nice and spread. Shoulder blades are down your back. Your elbows are tucked right in beside your body. So you're pulling your elbows in nice and tight. Make sure the tops of your feet are pushing into the earth. Make sure your glutes are strong. Tailbone tucked. Pubic bone pushes into the mat. Lower belly pulls in and up. And then on an inhale, you can push into your hands and lift to cobra. Make sure shoulder blades stay down your back. Any lower back issues, then ease off or come back to Sphinx pose. There's no obligation to come up into the full cobra here. And a cobra can be right the way down here, just as much as it can be right the way up here with arms much straighter. You shouldn't ever have your arms completely straight. If you do, then you'd have your shoulders would be probably up around your ears, unless you've got incredibly flexible back. Okay, exhale, lower all the way back down. Now bring your feet, so the soles of your feet are together and your knees are facing out to the sides. So you're in a little bit of a frog position. So option here, either for Sphinx pose. So Sphinx pose is the first one we did with the forearms on the earth, or for Cobra pose, whichever feels better for you. So hands are down beside your chest, shoulder blades down your back. Tailbone is still tucking, pubic bone is still pushing into the mat. And on an inhale, push into your hands and lift. So again, be very aware of your lower back here. If lower back isn't happy, then ease right off. This can really get into the lower back. You might also find that your hips are screaming at you a little bit here. So really pay attention to where your body is. And then exhale, lower all the way down. So you might find that from here, you can leave the soles of your feet together and you can push into your hands and lift yourself up and come all the way back to a wide leg child's pose. If that doesn't work for you, bring your feet together and come back to child's pose. And we'll rest here for a few breaths in child's pose. And then inhaling, coming up from your child's pose. And we're going to come and lay down on our backs. So flat down on your back. If you have the space, then bring your arms out to a T shape. Palms flat down on the earth. Knees are bent, feet flat on the earth. Feet are about hip width apart. Heels are up close-ish to your buttocks. Try and relax your upper body. As you exhale, drop your knees to one side. Doesn't matter which side. As you inhale, your knees come back to center. And then as you exhale, the knees come to the other side. And you inhale them back to center. Keep it going. Work with your breath. If you want to increase the intensity, then you can lift your feet up off the earth so your shins are parallel to the earth. Exactly the same movement. Exhale, knees come to one side. Inhale, they come to center. And then exhale to the other side. Wherever you are and however you do this, try if you can to keep your shoulders on the earth. And try and keep the movement nice and slow, nice and controlled. So next time you drop your knees to the earth, allow them to rest. And if you want to, you can turn your head to face in the opposite direction. Breathing into the stretch. Trying to let go of any tension and tightness of any holding on. Bring your head back to center. And then on an inhale, bring your knees back to center. And exhale, drop them to the other side. And again, if you want to, you can turn your head to face in the opposite direction. Try to release and let go. Allow the earth to support you. Notice any differences between the two sides. Bring your head back to center. On an inhale, then bring your knees back up to center. And then if your feet are lifted, drop your feet back down to the earth. Bring your hands down by your sides. Hands flat down on the earth. Feet hip width apart. Heels up close to your buttocks. And then on an inhale, tuck your tailbone and lift your vertebrae up off the floor one at a time to come to bridge pose. And when you reach your maximum stretch, you can stay and hold. If you would prefer to lift and lower like we've done previously, then do. Be aware of where your back is here. So if you're holding, make sure that your glutes and your thighs are nice and strong. Keep pushing into the floor with your feet. Keep pushing your hips up towards the sky. Your chest lifts towards your chin. And then exhale very gently, lowering your way one vertebrae at a time, all the way down to the mat. Nice and gentle. And then once the whole of your spine is firmly planted back on the mat, you can bring your knees into your belly and have a nice knee hug. So work your knee hug in any way that works for you. Rocking side to side, rocking backwards and forwards, being completely still. Doesn't matter, whatever works for you is fine. And then bring your feet back down to the earth. Grab anything that you need to be warm for Shavasana. So if you want blankets or socks or anything like that, it's 10 degrees colder today than it was yesterday. So make sure you're comfortable. And then once you're comfortable, bring your legs out in front. Allow your feet to drop out to the sides. Hands are down your sides, slightly away from your body. Ideally, palms up towards the sky. Shoulder blades down your back. Slight tuck with your chin. Close your eyes if you're comfortable to do so. And then just let go. There is no more effort. These next few moments are to allow your body to absorb all of the benefits of your practice. And for your body and your mind to be completely at ease and at rest. There is nothing at all here for you to do. Gently touch the tip of your finger to the tip of your thumb to each of your fingers. And then wiggle your fingers. And then wiggle your toes. Drop your head gently from one side to the other. And find your way to one side, doesn't matter which side, to rest in the recovery position. And then very gently finding your way up to seated. Bringing hands up overhead in the prana mudra. Bringing hands together overhead to the crown of your head, to your third eye for wisdom and clarity of thought, to your lips and then your throat for peace and love in all that we say, and to your heart space to love unconditionally. Thank you all for sharing this evening. Namaste.